just with you right now. But the truth, I look better under you. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can us lose and miss the moment? You just too important. Nobody like you do. I can't lose when I'm with you.
What's up, YouTube? This is Rebeccadadiva coming at you with another video. But before I get into this video, if you're new, welcome to my channel. I am Rebecca. If you have not already done so, please go right on ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit the post notification bell and select all. Therefore, if YouTube is not bugging and tripping and bugging, you'll get notified. Also, share. Sharing is caring. There are no secrets over here on this channel. No, we tell everything, and I do mean everything. And lastly, please hit the like button, because you're gonna like me. I'm the bomb, diggy. And everybody else, welcome back. And please make sure, number one, that you're still subscribed to my channel. Number two, share the video. And number three, like the video. What's up, guys? What's up, my beautiful people? It is Thursday, the 21st. Yeah, March 21st. I'm trying not to make this video too long because I'm tired. I still gotta get up and go cook dinner. Yeah, got a lot going on. I went on my cruise with baby girl. We left Friday from North Carolina. I live in Charlotte, to Florida. So the boat only leaves from Florida. So, and I had to, like, this trip was really a trip on a budget, and I bought everything separately to make it one big whole, if that makes any sense. So, like, I had first booked my cruise tickets in January. I bought the plane tickets one way to go to Florida the early part of February. I bought the plane tickets come back the middle part of February. You know, so I did everything in sections and parts. Like, I booked a hotel room because we needed to arrive a day before the cruise sails, just to make sure we get to our, to the port on time, because there were long lines, this, that, and the third. So we left Friday afternoon. Our plane was about 3:45-ish, running a little bit late. We got to Fort Lauderdale, and then from Fort Lauderdale, we took an Uber from Fort Lauderdale into West Palm Beach. We stayed at the Hilton Garden Inn overnight, got up, called another Uber, got to the port in about 15-20 minutes. We got there as soon as they was opening up, really. I think it was after 11. They opened up at 10:30, so they've been open for about 30 minutes already. And we checked our bags, then went upstairs, and I thought there was going to be a long-ass line, which there was not. There was maybe one person ahead of me. I checked in okay, because they have two separate lines. One line is for people with birth certificates, and one line is for people with passports. I didn't get a chance to get our passports. I'm working on that now. So, of course, I went to the DMV the day before and got her ID card. They give you the little temporary paper one until the plastic one comes in the mail. So we used our IDs and our birth certificates, got checked in with no problem. It was about maybe a 2-hour wait. So I want to say after 2-ish, we were allowed to get on the ship. I was one of the first groups because, of course, y'all know I have arthritis in my hip, and I walk with my little cane when I need to. So this comes in clutch, getting on the airplane first and other things first. And I'm going to say this. The communication inside the port is way different from the communication when you get on the ship, because everything was very straight and to the point before you boarded that ship. But once you boarded that ship, it was like every man for themselves, because the clarity of what they told you wasn't really what it was. Like, me and my daughter roamed around the ship, looking at the different sites and stuff, thinking that our room wasn't going to be ready right away, when actual reality, as soon as we got on the ship, we could have went straight to our room. And by the time we got to our room after 4 o'clock, we were sweaty and tired. Then we had to leave right away because they had to do the muster drill, which is the safety protocol that everybody has to partake in. So I had to say, fuck it, I gotta take me a shower and change my clothes first. So I jumped in the shower, which was rushed because I couldn't set the water to the right temperature. So I had to take an ice cold shower, you know, and rinse off real quick, throw some clothes on, and go to our designated spot where we were supposed to do our safety drill. Got there, went through that, went back to the room. I think baby girl got some clothes on, changed herself and everything. And we just roamed around the ship, getting to see where different things were. This was the first night. This was Saturday night. When we first got on the ship, we were told to go up to deck 10, where the free buffet was. I don't like complaining, especially when it comes to food. Me coming from poverty, grew up, there were plenty of nights where I didn't have a meal going to bed. So I hate complaining about food. But when I say that food, the free buffet food on that cruise was just disgusting. It's when and if I do that cruise again, I will not be eating there at that buffet. We ate there that once. We tried, when we got to the Bahamas that morning, we tried to go get breakfast, but it was really, really crowded. And another thing that I didn't like about it, I need some better shoes because I had on my Nautica tennis shoes, my heavier ones, and the floors in that buffet dining area were just always so damp. I was just so scared that I was going to slip and fall and be embarrassed and all of that. I can't go through that. So I kind of stayed clear of that area because of the dampness. I understand they got to keep everything clean, but so yeah, that was that. So that Saturday night, they had a nice pizza restaurant. I think it's called Frank and Lola's Pizza. Now, a lot of people in the reviews I saw prior to going had said that the pizza was kind of expensive, but I don't know where they live at, but it was $8.99 per pizza. So I got a 14-inch pizza, which is like a medium pizza, for $8.99. So I bought a cheese and a pepperoni. It was way too much food because we ended up wasting like half of each, you know, but it is what it is because there's no microwaves in the room, and I saved it anyways, but that was that. Another waste is if you're going just by yourself or, you know, with a child, like I was traveling with a child, it's best to take somebody with you because she needed a friend and I needed a friend. And it was like I bought the drink package for myself and actually upgraded it listening to these people because the regular drink package was $99. And if you get a drink, which maxes out at $12. So if the drink is over $12, you got to pay the difference. So I was like, well, I might as well just go ahead on and get the upgraded package, which was $119, $20 more. And you don't have to pay no difference, you know. You can, whatever drink there is, you can just, you know, it'll take off. So they start you off with 10 drinks. I only had 3 drinks. So 7 drinks got wasted because there's no refunds. And I paid $29 for a soda package, which she had literally had one fucking soda. And got to keep the souvenir cup. So basically what I paid for was the souvenir cup, $29. That was a waste of money for myself and for her. And I feel like if we had friends or somebody, like, you know, all of that could have been shared. So we sailed that night. We got up the next morning and tried to, when we actually got into the Bahamas, went to the buffet to get some of the free breakfast, but once again it was jam-packed, and I was like, fuck it, because I don't feel like waiting. We'll just go get something off, you know, once we get to our destination, our excursion. And she wanted to stop and get coffee, and they have a little coffee house, almost like a fake ass Starbucks, but way cheaper. They said their machine was broken, so I was like, all right, so let's just go. So here comes the fun part, the going. So like I said, I didn't book. You can book your excursions through the cruise, but it's going to cost a little bit more. I found like I said, I looked at a lot of reviews on TikTok for this cruise. So it was one person said she had booked her excursions through something called Resort Pass. And that's what I did. The one that I wanted to do was the Tano Beach Resort and Spa. I just wanted to, you know, be in a place where I can just relax and not have to do a lot of walking, not be around a lot of crowded people, so on and so forth. So I was able to get my resort tickets. And it's like a day pass that they give you where you get all exclusive access to the beach, the wave pool, the little chaise lounges, and the beach area. So I booked that. When we first got there, it was like, and getting there, that's the thing. Without booking with the cruise, you don't have a way to get there, so you have to rely on what the island provides. And what the island provides was these Bahamian people, beautiful people, by the way, who have taxi services. Now, me being a New Yorker, thinking about taxis, I'm thinking about real taxis, you know. No, what that shit was, and my New York City people, y'all gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you from Brooklyn and you go down Church Avenue or Utica Avenue, what you see upon the street? The dollar van. Utica, dollar van, going down Utica, Church Avenue. Or you in Jamaica, Queens, the dollar van, that's what the fuck that was. But it wasn't even the 12 passenger vans. These were older type vans, like from the 80s. My baby dad used to have one that he had bought from this used car lot, and the kids used to call it the Screaming Metal Death Trap. And they would literally pack, these Bahamian people packed about 10 to 15 people in these vans. I was not trying to be rude, because when he came to pick us up from the resort, we were the first stop that he picked up, so we were the first two people to get in the van. So I took that to my advantage. Me and her got all the way in the back, so we took that to our advantage. So I took a picture of this van, and I hope y'all can see. This is the inside of the van. Yeah, so imagine with the outside and the shocks. And mind y'all know I don't drive, but I do know about cars thanks to both my baby daddies. This is the whole ride. Like, the shocks are just gone out this motherfucker, to and from. That was an experience I don't think myself nor my daughter will ever forget. But needless to say, God is amazing. We got to the destination safely and back to the ship safely. So God is good. And I'm going to set that where it is. We got there. She was irritated and hot and hungry. So it took us about a good 10-15 minutes. But we found a restaurant, because they said there was a restaurant there. And when you think of restaurant, you think, I smell the food. You smelled nothing. We literally walked into the restaurant and still didn't smell anything. So I was able to order food. They were still serving breakfast, so of course that's what we had. I had steak, eggs, potatoes. She had French toast, bacon, eggs. Food was pretty good. You know, it was kind of expensive, but what are you going to do? You're traveling, you're on vacation. So it cost me about $80 plus tip for a breakfast meal for two. It is what it is. We walked back to our little area by the pool, and we laid there. She was a bit miserable because it was really, 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 really hot. And that was like a downside. They didn't have any little umbrellas for the little lounges, which I feel sucks. It's like, y'all know this fucking weather is hot as hell. It's like in the 90s there. And, you know, there's nothing to cover you from the sun. We tried to stick underneath these little palm trees the best we could. Then about 2 o'clock, because the man said he was going to come about 10 minutes to 3 to come pick us up. So about 2 o'clock, I was done. I was like, okay, let's go inside the lobby and wait for him. They had this diabetes fruit punch. Me and her both had a cup, and she knocked out, dozed off sleep. And about 15 minutes of us waiting in the lobby area of the resort, he came and got us, took us back to the ship. We got out the little death van, and I picked up a couple of souvenirs for my daughters and grandkids. Well, my daughters, I didn't get the grandbabies nothing for them, because I didn't want to swipe my card. I had only a little bit of cash with me, and I didn't want to swipe my card really on that island with them people selling souvenirs. And I did it at the restaurant because I ain't had no other choice, because I wanted to leave her a nice tip. But I bought my little souvenirs and back on the boat. Did you have to go through? No, and the whole cruise is cashless. So everything is a card. My purse is all the way over there. I'll show it to you on another video. Everything is your key card. So your key card, your debit or credit card is linked to it. So whatever you want, you just swipe it. And you settle your account at the end of the night or whatever. On the boat, and that's another thing. I booked my tickets, but it did not include the gratuity taxes and the fuel taxes they charge you. So that was charged per night, per person in the room. So my first night, I had a balance of $300, I think, and $92. And then the next night, I only had bought internet, so $44. So less than $500 was spent on that boat. And I just, like I said, I watched my spending, because I actually paid more than what I wanted to pay for those cruise tickets, because at the time that they were having the special, it was $99 and then 3 people go for free. But I never had the extra money to, spend out on that special. So by the time I did get the money to purchase the ticket, it was $289 on the date that I needed to go. And then the 3 people would go free. So yeah, I spent way more than what I wanted to on the tickets, but it was still cheap compared to other cruise lines. So that was just about the sum up of the thing. The ride back was smooth, and sailing. I've never sailed before on a cruise ship. Like I said, I'm from New York City. I've been on the Staten Island ferry. I used to live on Staten Island. So that's the most sailing I've ever done. I thought I was going to be seasick. None of that. Baby girl wasn't sick to my knowledge. So we had a great time. We really had a great time. It was a good experience. It was our first time out of the country. And we both enjoyed ourselves. I can't wait to go back again. They do have another cruise that's a little bit, because to me, for the money that I paid, that cruise was not long enough. I think we should have spent Saturday and Sunday in the Bahamas, sailing back on Monday, but it is what it is. They have another cruise on another ship that's going to start, I believe, in July, and this is going to Cozumel, Mexico. And my older daughter, she was supposed to be going on this trip, and unfortunately, she didn't have the funds to do so, so she sat out this trip. So we're all planning to go to Mexico. That's the reason why I do need to go ahead on and get our passports, because I don't want to travel that far to a Spanish-speaking country without a passport, because I've heard too many stories about Mexico. So my overall, what I rate the Margaritaville at Sea cruise, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. And it just lost some, and granted, I don't have anything to compare it to. I've never been on a cruise before. This is my first ever cruise, so I have nothing ever to compare it to. I give it a 7 out of 10 because number one, the food on the boat sucked ass. Number two, there was a lot of just confusion. There wasn't enough people to tell you what to do, considering, everybody's not a frequent flyer of cruises, and just, the last part of it was getting off the boat, getting back to Florida. You have to go through customs. And like I said, there's 2 lines. One line for birth certificates, one line for passports. Although both lines were jam-packed, the passport line moved way faster. I think people probably waiting in the passport line, maybe 30 to 45 minutes, where me, my kid, and half of a billion other people waited about 2 hours to get through that passport line. But this video is getting kind of lengthy, and I need to lay down. I'm kind of tired. I got more videos I'm going to push out. I'm going to throw some clips and pictures and stuff like that, of videos at the end of this video. So stay tuned at the end to get what I did have. You know me and vlogging. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible vlogger. I got to get used to doing that more. But I will throw some clips in of what I did capture. Once again, thank you guys for being supportive. Thank you for always watching my channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.